Now give it up.
Yo, my dude, we got to say, we is loving your whole situation.
Ah, fellow heroes. Perhaps you could help me with...
Sorry, real quick. What was your name again?
Billy Batson.
No, the other one. She's a wizard what now?
Oh, SHAZAM!
He did it again!
Shazam!
How you doing every time? That's every time he says it!
Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel over here at Broke Boy Media, and today we will be reviewing SHAZAM. Today I am joined by Devin. How are you doing today, buddy?
Doing pretty good.
That's good, man.
Just saw Pet Cemetery and it was not good.
I'm not a fan of scary movies, so that's okay. I still haven't seen Us, so I will eventually. I'm actually trying to find someone to come and watch it with me, but no one wants to. I'm like, I'm not gonna.
Harlan wants to make a video about it.
That is totally fine. I can record you guys talking about it. I just will have no parts whatsoever.
It's not scary.
I know. It's just, I think for me, it's just more of the premise behind it. But I don't know. For whatever reason, it's just, I can't bring myself to go see it. At least not by myself. That'd be very scary. But I don't know. Anyway, let's get on with our SHAZAM review. So what we're going to do here, we're going to have a non-spoiler section first, and then we will get into the nitty-gritty spoiler section later on in the video. For those of you who haven't seen the movie yet, wanted to be courteous to those who haven't seen it yet, since it technically just came out today. Yeah, because we saw it on Thursday. But all right, so so SHAZAM is directed by David F. Sandberg. Writers are Henry Gayden. His screenplay is also by Henry Gayden, and there's a few others who helped him along with that. A few of the stars are Zachary Levi, and then I cannot pronounce Dejong Han Soo, and then Mark Strong. Correct me if I'm butchering that person's name, but Devin.
No, you got Mark Strong right.
Yeah, that's yeah. There we go. But I apologize for not pronouncing. I can't. It's DJIMON is his first name.
I know who it is, but I don't know how to say it either.
Right. It's all right. But anyway, Devin, what were your first impressions of this movie before going to see it in theaters, based on the trailers?
I was like 50-50.
50-50? I feel it.
I thought the trailers were pretty solid, but I was like, it's DC. I don't trust them.
Not after, Suicide Squad? Or was it Aquaman that kind of put the nail in the coffin for you?
Suicide Squad.
You sure? You sure it wasn't BVS or Justice League?
Oh, boy.
See, I didn't see Justice League in theaters because, like, it just came out of nowhere. And I was like, I'll just buy it when it comes out on Blu-ray. And then I bought it this past year for, like...
It's a catastrophe.
Yes. I mean, I'm glad I got it for the price that I did. I'll gladly own a bad DC movie for the right price. But yeah, honestly, for me, going into SHAZAM, looking at the trailers, I thought it was, at first I was like, I just hope it's not like super cheesy. I hope it
like Aquaman.
Yeah, I was really hoping it wasn't gonna follow the same like comedy that Aquaman did, and you know, they're like, oh yeah, like it's like Aquaman tried too hard to be like a fun, caring movie, but with SHAZAM, it was just, I don't know, the chemistry that Zachary Levi had with, oh my gosh, what's the kid's name with the crutch? I'm blanking out on his name, but they had a great relationship, and so did Billy Batson as well. Like that was their banter back and forth was just amazing in general. And then
his name is Freddie Freeman.
Freddie, that's right, Freddie. But like the way that like Freddie was like laughing, just his mannerisms and everything,
He's so funny. He was in It too, and he just
Oh, was he really?
yeah, he was in the first It, and I like him a lot so far.
I got you. Yeah, like honestly, everyone in this movie just brought it to life, and um, the rest of the foster kids, you know, within the movie itself that Billy ends up staying with, they they were great as well. Honestly,
The foster dad was really cool too.
he was like the cool dad that like everybody like he wanted to like fit in with like everyone. It's like, yeah, it's like I'm not just like your normal dad. He's like, hey man, I was a foster kid when I was young too, so I totally get it. He was making all these little like puns and stuff like that. I'm like, but like it worked. It really did work. It was amazing. I can't really think of anything bad to say about this movie in general. I mean,
What were your thoughts
the
in
thoughts
general?
during the movie,
But just like, what'd you think of it?
I thought it was great. It was, if, first and foremost, everyone listening out there, this is a family film. This is a family film through and through. It isn't like your run-of-the-mill like superhero origin story, because Billy gets these powers and he doesn't know how to use them or how to control them. Like the wizard literally just gave him powers. I guess we're getting more into spoiler territory now. So for those of you listening, we are now heading over into the spoiler part of this review in general. But yeah, I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was gonna be so cheesy, and the audience that I saw this movie with, everyone just had a great time. Everyone laughed at every single joke. Honestly, anyone can watch this movie. It's not like a super serious like backstory, like Spider-Man or Batman or Superman or Aquaman or anything like that, or even Wonder Woman. Like this is a super lighthearted family film. It definitely
It's just fun.
Yeah. He was trying to figure out a name for Shazam. He's like, what should we call you? He was like, Thundercrack.
My favorite one I saw was Zapped in America.
Oh, Zapped in America. Captain Sparkle Fingers. Thundercrack. I think, oh my gosh, I honestly, I think one of the funniest scenes in the movie for me is it has to be when he first, like the entire first night when he
the convenience store scene was hilarious.
It was amazing.
It was legitimately hilarious.
Literally, he was like, "Oh my god, you're bulletproof." He's like, "No, do." He's like, "Dude, shoot me in the face." I go, "Yeah."
Shoot me in the face. He's like, "Shoot me in the face."
He just gives the gun back to the robber. He's like, "Yeah, take it." Oh my gosh, that was great. And like they shoot him in the chest. He's like, "Wait." He's like, "How do we know if you're actually bulletproof or if it's just the suit itself?" He's like, "Shoot me in the face." Yeah, shoot me in the face. And they shot him in the face, and it was great. He was like, "Hey," he's like, "Sorry about your window, but you're welcome for not getting robbed." Hey, what's up? I'm a superhero. I mean, even the villain. Like, I like how the movie first starts out.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. It's really interesting how they started off with the villain origin story. I can't really think of any other movies that do that.
Even though the kid version of the villain looked nothing.
Yeah, it was weird.
That was a little weird. I was like,
it was a little brown boy almost.
Right. I was like, he definitely looks like a different ethnicity than his older counterparts. Oh my gosh! But what did they call Shazam in the movie? All the kids at school. It was not Red Tornado.
Red Cyclone.
Yeah, like Red Cyclone or something like that. I was like, oh, that's really cool. But yeah, it was. I don't know, man. Even like the other foster kids, like the little girl.
They all had their little moments.
Yeah, they really do. And yeah, it was like when they were showing, how Billy got separated from his mom. It was kind of weird at first. I
That
was like,
part was so weird.
I was like,
Was she supposed to be
okay.
17?
Yeah.
She
She
did.
was
She
17.
looked like she was 30.
Yeah, she looked like she was 30 for sure.
Like nothing like a 17.
That was definitely one gripe I had. I was like, okay, I'm like she didn't just like go find her kid after. But then it kind of made sense towards the end when it really started making sense when he he actually finds his mom, and then she's like, oh, hey, you're alive. Like she doesn't really react like she's like super excited to see him. And I was like, okay, that's a little weird. And then when he gives her the little ball compass, and she's like, what's this? I was like, oh, that actually makes more sense now. She literally just does not care. Probably
They don't really explain why though. It's
yeah,
just
that is
like,
true.
I don't care.
And she was like in an abusive relationship.
Well,
like 99.9%.
It wasn't confirmed that the guy was just like yelling, but like
It definitely sounded like she was in an abusive relationship. Yeah. I was like, okay, well, she's dating the guy where it's like, oh, this is Mark, but he's not that bad when she gets to know him.
I was waiting for it to be the bad guy.
Oh,
She's
you know
dating the
what?
bad guy.
That would have been a crazy twist.
Yeah, had been like a Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah, I was literally just gonna say that, dude. That blew me out of the water. I was like, what? The first time I saw Spider-Man Homecoming, I was like, I did not see that coming whatsoever. But yeah, man, I mean, even like the villain, I forgot his name, but I mean, it kind of, I mean, I know a lot of
Thaddeus Sivana.
Yeah. And like, but like he actually had like a motive. It wasn't just like, oh yeah, I'm here, I'm a bad guy because I'm bad.
Yeah, I think starting off with his origin story was really smart.
Yeah,
in the
like
story.
how he got obsessed with finding like the Wizard of Solomon and everything, and it was just, it was great. And then he freaking throws his brother out the window. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god! I'm like, this literally just turned dark for like 2 seconds, and then yeah, his dad dies too. I was like, dude, he has the biggest grudge against like his family. It kind of sucks that we didn't see the point of view from the mom, but the mom was probably dead from from the beginning of the movie in general. But yeah, I thought Zachary Levi did a great job.
Yeah, he definitely pulled it.
Wait, what's up?
He definitely pulled it off.
He really did, man. I mean,
I know everyone was worried when those suit pictures leaked and it looked really boof.
Yeah,
but they definitely
like,
touched that up.
The other Shazam kids, you know, they were in this as well, because they actually does happen in the comics where they also gain the power of Solomon through him, and I was like, wow, I didn't expect that at all.
Oh yeah, that part was awesome.
Yeah, it was
the grown up version of Darla was freaking awesome. Megan Good. It was hilarious.
Was that the little girl, or was that the girl who was trying to get into college?
The little girl.
The
The grown up version was awesome.
Oh my gosh.
She was like, I think I'm really fast.
She was like, you kept a secret this entire time? She's like, yep. It's like, in your face. But yeah, man, honestly, yeah, this I will definitely be picking this up on Blu-ray for sure. I can't pass this movie up. It would honestly be a crime. And the part where he throws Batman.
I'm Batman.
Get him, Batman! But yeah, for all of you out there listening at home, sorry for like rambling a little bit, but we're kind of just, yeah, honestly, I think everyone should go see this movie. It's, like I said before, it's a family film, first and foremost. Happens around the holidays, so honestly, it's like the perfect movie to go see. And I think my second favorite scene was at the very end when he finally shows up to lunch.
Yep.
He was like, "Oh, I brought a friend with me too," and then Superman comes out of nowhere, and he's like,
Confirmed, not Henry Cavill.
"What? Get out of here!"
I looked it up on IMDb.
No way.
They wanted him to, but he's just not.
That was Henry Cavill.
He's not Superman anymore.
Whatever. They can say it all they want. I'm still gonna believe what I want to believe.
I did have a couple of gripes though about the movie.
What were your gripes?
The biggest thing for me is that the 7 deadly sins monsters were lame as fuck.
Yeah, they looked very.
They looked like they were
similar to one
straight out
another.
of. Looked like they were straight out of Goosebumps. It looked like Goosebumps monsters. So I was like, what are these? And then sometimes they talked, but then like most of the time they didn't talk. Like
Yeah.
they're just sitting there.
They look
Not
pretty
saying
generic,
anything?
for sure.
Like those were awful. And then I also didn't like the fight scenes. DC has a giant fight scene issue where they just aren't good at choreographing. It's just people like tickling each other in midair. It just doesn't look good.
Tickling each
That's
other.
what it looks like when they're in the air fighting.
I got you. I got you.
They're just like hugging each other. I don't know. It's weird.
How did you feel about them switching out Humble for Don't Stop Me Now?
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, because every single like trailer that they had for Shazam, it was like they kept playing "Humble" by Kendrick Lamar, and like I was expecting that song to play during like he's like oh, what other kind of superpowers do you have? And he's like, I don't know, or whatever it was, and then I thought they were gonna go into it, and then they just cut into "Don't Stop Me Now" by Queen. I was like, oh, that actually fits a little bit better, honestly, because it's, you know, more kid friendly, to be completely honest with you. Really no point in putting a rap song in a film if you have to, you know, edit out all the curse words and whatnot like halfway through, sounding like a broken record or whatever. But I'm trying to see, did you have any other gripes?
No, those were the 2 main ones. Those
Okay.
freaking monsters were awful.
Like I said, they were pretty generic. But yeah, honestly, I would say he has a little bit more of a memorable villain in this movie. The cutscenes were pretty.
I wish they
sweet.
gave him a better name.
Yeah, yeah, a little bit more of an easier name to remember, just overall.
Because no one's gonna remember the name.
Yeah, I'll definitely remember his face and like, you know, his powers and whatnot. But yeah, I cannot remember his name.
But
At
before someone in the comments gets mad, I gotta say I really like the movie. Like, it's probably my favorite DCEU movie, and I was not expecting that. It
I wasn't
surprise
either,
me.
man. I wasn't.
You think it's your favorite?
I 100% confirmed. I think it tops Wonder Woman. Absolutely.
I think the biggest issue I have is that this movie made me mad that all the other movies are in DCU are trash. Because like this one's so good, I'm like, oh, that'd be really fun if they could do a team up movie. Oh wait,
they already did.
tried.
Steppenwolf. Like
Like,
I see, like I
Aquaman and
remember
Shazam
his
are
name,
cool.
but like I can't really remember what he looks like. But I can remember what Shazam's villain looks like, but I can't remember his name.
It's like Aquaman and Shazam are cool, but then they're 2 biggest heroes. They can't get down. Superman and Batman.
Yeah,
I can't figure it out for some reason.
Yeah, I know. It's been, you know, I mean, the trinity of DC has always been, you know, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. I mean, arguably, I think Batman is the most popular out of all 3. I mean, that's just my opinion. For all of you out there, I know there's a lot of Superman fans out there, but like, this is freaking Batman we're talking about. Like, the man with no superpowers who has like villains on top of villains who have superpowers, and he still somehow, you know, comes out on top. Which he's more realistic in my like. That's why I like him more than Superman. I actually like Wonder Woman a little bit more than Superman as well. But I like it how they kept kind of like referring him to Superman. And Shazam, he's like, oh, you're basically Superman, but with like lightning powers, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But yeah, man.
I didn't even know what Shazam's powers were before the movie. I guess he just kind of has a little bit of everything.
Yeah, he's mainly like magic, and actually in one of the movies, one of the DC animated movies, I should say, they kind of crack a joke that Superman thought that Shazam or Captain Marvel, whatever, Shazam was Kryptonian. He thought he
Really?
was because because no one on Justice League at the time knew his secret identity. So it's like it's kind of like Shazam kind of has like the perfect secret identity though.
Yeah, he used it like he used his ability to switch back and forth to his advantage a couple times.
Yeah,
Get out
like
of some
it's
tough spots.
instead of just like, oh, who's underneath the mask? It's like, well, he doesn't wear a mask. It's just like
He's a child.
yeah, like he literally is. Yeah, it's great, man. I mean, no, he doesn't have like the purest of heart, but I thought that was pretty sweet how, you know, they were trying to track down the wizard. The fact that the villain was like essentially obsessed with, you know, everything that was going on, and I was like, wow, he actually like built like a company. Well, no, he didn't. Build
Yeah,
a
that was
company.
kind of weird. He kind of had
It was weird, but I was
a
like, that
giant
is,
operation.
yeah, I'm like, that is dedication at the same time. I'm like, wow, that must have really, you know, taken a impact on him as a child. But man, oh man, this is great. Zachary Levi, well done. Everyone in this movie did a bang up job.
Freddie Freeman was my favorite. He's so
Oh
funny.
yeah, Freddie. Yeah. I don't have a suspicious face. He was like, "No, you have a suspicious face, man."
He was like, "Oh, is this the coolest security guard in school everyone talks about?"
He's
He's
like,
"No,
"No,
this is the shitty one."
this is the one no one likes."
That was good.
Oh my gosh, it was great. Oh, so great. Yeah, man. Like I said, I'm picking this up like as soon as it comes out on 4K Blu-ray for sure, man. I mean, I got Aquaman. I actually got that for free through a Twitter competition. And speaking of Twitter competitions, really quick, we're still doing our Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse digital code giveaway. So I will leave the link to the Gleam to the Gleam the Gleam link in general for the giveaway down below, so those who are listening to this can enter. We are choosing the winner on April 10th. We just wanted to give everyone, we started about a month ago, it will be a month by April 10th. Wanted to give people enough time to, you know, spread the word and, you know, get out there. So it's just sitting here waiting for someone to take it home with them, essentially, you know, enjoy the all the goodness that is Spider-Man. But Devin, did you have any last thoughts, opinions, concerns about
I think we
this
should
movie?
talk about the credit scenes.
Yes, actually, yeah. Let's talk about the credit scenes. So the first post-credit scene with the little the caterpillar. I don't know who that is.
I don't know what that was. It's some kind of, I guess it's a worm of some sort.
If anyone like heavily follows SHAZAM comics, let us know in the comments down below.
But wasn't he in the beginning, like in the lair? Didn't they show him?
Oh, you know, that's right. Yeah, I think they did.
I love how they were looking for a layer to buy. She was like,
yeah.
you want a layer.
They literally did everything that like an adult can do. He's like, a layer. Yes, a layer. You know, like
how many bedrooms?
Kind of drive.
1, 7.
Dude, this movie literally cracks. I wasn't.
See, we weren't big fans of Aquaman because we felt the comedy was too cheesy. But this one, it really nailed it. It
fits with this because it's literally a kid becoming a superhero, like essential overnight. And it's like, yeah, like he has his tragedies. Like he's a foster kid, but I just like how they played more on the family aspect instead of the entire movie being his origin story. It was more about, you know, the relationship between him and Freddie and pretty much everyone else in the foster home that he was living in, and him trying to find his mom. Speaking of, the first scene of the movie where he steals the cop car.
That was interesting.
Goes to he was trying to find his mom. You know, there's like so many Batsons within the Philadelphia area. And he's like, hi. He's like, I know this is crazy, but I think you're my mom. And she opens up the door and he's like, I doubt that. It was just a
Yeah.
black woman. I'm like, what? Man, oh man, that was great. But yeah, like Devin said, it's just the comedy didn't fit well with Aquaman. I felt like it was a serious movie trying to be funny, and this was just a movie that it was just like a fun ride, just overall. It wasn't trying to be dark and nitty gritty. It was a movie.
Okay, I found out what the worm thing is.
What is the worm thing?
His name is Mr. Mind.
Mr. Mind. Okay. Yeah, see, like we're not big comic readers. I read like a few comics when I was younger, but luckily we can get our information about these superheroes on YouTube and through, various videos instead of buying every single comic to experience for yourself, which arguably probably would be the best way to learn about these characters. But we do not have the money nor the time. So,
Oh my.
what?
He's a megalomaniac worm from outer space with a genius level intellect and the conscience of Hitler. What?
That sounds very dangerous.
Oh,
Sounds very concerning as well.
it's just weird that he's a caterpillar.
Yeah, and he has like little speaker box too. I was like, what is that? But like I did like another thing I liked about the movie. Freddy, he pretty much wore like, I think he wore a Batman shirt in the movie. I can't remember, but I know
He wore a bunch of different ones. He had an Aquaman shirt. He had
Wonder Woman.
yeah. The post credit scenes was about Aquaman basically.
Yeah, he was seeing the fishbowl. He's staring at it. He's like, okay, what? He's like, what kind of power is that? He's like, that's really stupid. And he's like pointing to his shirt. He's like, oh yeah, I guess that's kind of cool. And then it kind of just ends. Because like some people left during the first post-credit scene, and then a lot of people stuck around. I was like, oh, these people know.
I always look it up on IMDb before.
Oh,
we
do
leave.
you really?
Yeah, there's a section on IMDb that shows that they have credit scenes.
Oh, okay, I got you. I normally just watch YouTube videos to see if they know or not. Because some people.
I was hoping in the end credit scenes they're gonna show Black Adam.
Yeah, because I know The Rock was supposed to play Black Adam, but I
think he's still going to. But
is
I
he?
was kind of hoping they were just gonna give him a little glimpse, but they decided not to, I guess.
Yeah, that's okay.
Because isn't Black Adam like the main Shazam villain?
Yeah, that's like, yeah. Because he has the same powers as him. He's just the one that went down the wrong path, essentially. So
that would have been cool, but
I'm definitely, if they make another one, I will definitely, I'll definitely check it out for sure. I know.
So do you think DC should keep making like these single like one-off movies instead of trying to work on the team-up ones?
You see,
because the team-up ones have not worked at all.
I want to say yes. I think they should just do individual movies because, in my honest opinion, for everyone listening out there, Warner Brothers' greatest strength is in their animation department. Like, I would say 80% of every single DC movie that is animated out there, especially the ones that are part of like the New 52, I would say like 80% of them are really, really good. Like I bought Suicide Squad Hell to Pay. That's a really good movie. Like, definitely check it out on Vudu, Devin, because it's on there, and it's a lot of them are just good. Like, there's a few duds. I mean, that's gonna happen. Just like within the MCU, like their strength is their live action. But it's like with DC, when it comes to their live action, I think they should focus on what they're doing. I don't feel like they need to feel. I don't think they need to feel like, oh, well, Marvel has a shared universe, so we're gonna have our own shared universe. I feel like if they want to do that down the road, they can. But I feel like these standalone films that make these smaller references, because like I mean, technically they are kind of still part of the same universe, because you know you have,
Yeah, it's
like,
definitely the same universe, but it's not like
it's
they're
not like
building
heavily
towards
connected.
something.
Yeah, it's just smaller references here and there. And they're like, oh, like, what are you, like, Superman or whatever, whatever. Like, it's like, okay, so these characters do exist in this world, but they're just not putting as much emphasis on it as Marvel does. And that's totally fine. I think them making separate movies like this, more standalone films, is totally fine because it takes less pressure off of worrying how everything is going to connect together. Because, you know, when you have all these different directors and writers, you know, they have to worry about like the previous films and making sure that, you know, it fits in with the rest of the universe, which is totally fine. I prefer that more, but I think DC, you know, just keep doing what they're doing. You know, not every movie in the, you know, not every Marvel movie is like the best, but not every DC movie is going to be amazing either. So, I feel like, I mean, they already have more of a shared universe in their animation department with those movies to begin with anyway, because it tells more of a story. So I feel like they're covered there, and, you know, just keep doing what you're doing. Pump out more relatable movies like Shazam and Wonder Woman. And I mean, Man of Steel was pretty good, but yeah, I think they're doing fine. Just they're I think they're finally finding like their own footing without worrying about what Marvel is doing. And I think that's what hurt them so much, is that they were so worried about what their competitors were up to. They were too busy comparing themselves to their competitor that they kind of like lost the ability to have the creative freedom that they could that Shazam has in itself. Between this and Captain Marvel, I mean, Captain Marvel is definitely more serious in this. I like them. I like them just the same. I think I like Shazam just a little bit more, but I really did like Captain Marvel because of the you know, the connection between, or the chemistry between, Brie Larson and Samuel Jackson, and
It's so weird that
and
they came
Ben
out at the
Mendelsohn.
same time.
Yeah, like that actually is strange. Like it's very, very strange. But I mean, even okay. So I think a few weeks ago, a few my buddies who went to go get ice cream around the corner, Jenny's ice cream, was very, very good. And we were walking back to our place, and there's like this little playground kind of over like in my neighborhood that we're walking by, and there was like these 4 or 5 girls, like they're playing superheroes, right? I was like, okay, like, you know, they're playing superheroes. We're walking by, and they're like, okay, like who wants to be who? You know, they're trying to figure out what superhero they want to be. And someone was like, oh, like I want to be like someone said like Black Widow, and then someone's like, oh, this one girl's like, points to her friend, she's like, oh, she's like, you should be Doctor Strange. And she's like, I don't want to be Doctor Strange. I want to be Captain Marvel. And I was like, oh, okay. She knows. But like in general, it kind of just like warmed my heart, because it's, you know, these like as much as, you know, us adults go to see these movies, and they are fun for everyone. Like at the end of the day, they really are for kids essentially, because the kids have more like. Kids are more impressionable, and it's gonna last longer, like impact wise on their lives. Like these are the movies that they're growing up with, and I don't think that people online, you know, saying like, "Oh, I'm not gonna go see Captain Marvel. I'm gonna go see Alita Battle Angel for the hashtag of the Alita Challenge." Like, whatever. I don't care if you liked Alita. That's fine. I thought it was like subpar. Okay, it wasn't the worst anime movie out there. There's definitely been worse, but like it just warms my heart that like how influential these characters are to children, and I feel like adults sometimes forget that, because like, you know, we've had our childhood. This is their childhood. Like they're like, honestly, they are the lucky ones, because when we were growing up, there wasn't a lot of superhero movies, especially live action. Growing up, we had
Basically just X-Men.
X
Like
Men.
when we were kids.
Yeah, we had X Men and Sam Raimi's Spider Man, and that was pretty much it. We were in what? We were in, The first Avengers came out 2012, so that was like 2 years after I graduated high school. So like, yeah, like that's still gonna leave an impression on me. But like for like a little kid, these kids were like, geez, they're like 5, 6 years old. And I was like, this is amazing. Like, you know, they're playing superheroes. Like one lady girl wants to be Black Widow, the other one wants to be Captain Marvel. I forgot what the other kids said who they wanted to be, but like they were playing superheroes and they were having a good time. And at the end of the day, that's all what it's all about. But it's amazing how lucky these kids are to have grown up with this, and this is the norm for them. This is not the norm for us whatsoever. But overall, what would you give Shazam out of 100? Guess we'll do the LCB version of their scoring system because I feel like it's better than saying, "Oh, out of 10, what would you give this movie?"
I'm feeling an 83.
Ooh, 83. Okay. I got you.
So really good.
Yeah, I would have to give this. I would give it give it an 86. An 86 out of 100 for sure. It's just a great movie. Like it was just so funny. Oh my gosh, the amount of time. Like I haven't laughed that much since I went to go see Deadpool 2.
Yeah, I laughed out loud a couple times.
Like oh my god, the audience that you go to see it with really does make a difference. It really does make an impression because literally when I say everyone was laughing, oh my gosh, that theater was just full of laughter, man. It was great. It was great stuff. But all right, as always, Evan, thank you for coming on. I think the next movie, what are we reviewing next?
Hellboy.
Hellboy, that's right. Hellboy comes out next week on April 12th.
Yes.
You know, they always do early showings on the 11th. Or the Thursday before, I should say. So I think I'll probably go see it on Thursday just to, you know, have it fresh and nice in my head. And 3 weeks until Avengers: Infinity War, everyone.
Oh
3
my god!
freaking weeks! It's gonna be amazing. I'm almost done with my revenge of Game of Thrones. I got 2 seasons to tackle through. Technically, like a season and a half, excuse me. And then it's time to binge some Marvel movies, man.
It's getting time.
It is.
I don't know if I'm ready.
I don't know if I'm ready either. It's like one of those things that it's definitely. I feel like it's gonna be one of those movies where it's gonna be one of like your favorite movies that you never want to end. But like it's
3 hours isn't enough.
3 hours and 58 seconds or something like that, I think is like the official time. So they kind of shaved off like those 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But everyone in the comments, let us know what you thought about Shazam. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Leave your comments in the section down below and share this video with a friend who's, you know, on the fence about going to see Shazam or just really loves a superhero, because we need more Shazams in our life. We need more Zachary Levi's. And don't forget to follow us on at Brokewell Media. That's Broke underscore boy BOI underscore media. And again, I will leave the Gleam giveaway link in the description down below, because we will be selecting our winner for the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse giveaway on April 10th on Twitter. So the way that you are able to enter this giveaway through the Gleam link, it'll let you know to follow us and retweet a certain tweet as well. But Other than that, we will see you guys in the next one.
Shazam!
Heroes, do not underestimate Mr. Mind. While he may be a tiny worm, he is a deadly adversary.
I'll tell you what's deadly. That perfectly square jaw.
I just want to say, you, sir, are a superhero the whole family can enjoy. You're like a Christmas miracle.